Well, a 23rd fight for Charlie Edwards, only a 7th in a frustrating 5 years, but those around him say that he's as happy as they can remember him, that defeat at bantamweight against Andrew Kane is something to be built on rather than regretted, and that he can still make noise, this time back at super flyweight, where he was British champion for a couple of years in the 2010s. The idea of Bam Rodriguez being in his sights right now might seem far-fetched, but any journey has to start again here in Dublin, and it starts against Salvador Juarez, a Mexican who missed weight, so can't win this WBC international title, but has shown himself to be talented and pretty durable. Not a gimme this, Barry, by any means.
No, we've already seen that already in the first few seconds here of this first round. Even though Edwards is clearly the better technical boxer, just if he holds his feet for too long, Suarez is willing to punch with him, and he looks a little bit dangerous with those wide hooks on the outside.
One of those fighters who was a very slow starter. Juarez won one of his first 6. It was back in 2011 and 2012, then won 9 in a row and got on something of a roll. Boxed Victor Reyes Bernabe for the WBC International Bantamweight title a couple of years ago, lost that. Lost one since, but last time won a split against an unbeaten Japanese fighter, 2-0, Ryusei Moriwaki in Shizuoka. That was seen by many as a good win, slightly unexpected. This would be more of a surprise against someone who's done as much as Charlie Edwards, but I guess the question you always have to ask is how much does Charlie Edwards have left?
Yeah, but he looks nice and sharp here, but again, he's got to change the level, so I think he's got to just bend his knees a little bit, certainly when he's exiting, because Suarez, there you go, there, he swings when you throw, he's willing to throw, because there's not a lot behind the jab there of Edwards. It's a clean shot, no weight behind it as such, and Suarez is happy to take it and then fire over the top. So that's when your exit has to be lower and plenty mobile, which he's doing here, Edwards, and he does have very good footwork. Skips around the centre of the ring, gets back in the centre, uses the whole of the ring to get back into the centre, I should say, and then goes about his work and then regroups all the time.
I think the general feeling of everyone who watched it, that Andrew Kane fight, one that Charlie Edwards tried to weather the storm, because there always is a storm with Andrew Kane, and then tried to nick it. He felt he had, but most people felt it was right. Close. We saw him beat Thomas Assomba at the York Hall last September. It was meant to be a bridge to something special. That didn't quite materialize. Now, but we have to complete 4 rounds to have a fight, as it were. Be frustrating for Charlie Edwards, but all he can do is stick to his work, and all Huarez can do is hope that the corner have done a good job on the cut, and it's one of those that doesn't affect him as badly as we would fear.
You can already see, though, just a little bit more urgency in the work of Suarez, and that might work for him or against him here, but it'll certainly put more pressure on Edwards. So the feet and that jab, certainly for Edwards, going to be super sharp now, certainly in this next round. And that's better there from Edwards.
Just moving out of the way of that left hook, because Juarez has come to throw, there is no question about that. And they knew to expect this. Edwards says that he let Stephen Smith watch the opponents and instruct him. He doesn't watch too many of his opponents, but he was definitely aware what this fella brings. And it was something like this.
Yeah, but it's just when they throw looping punches like Juarez is doing, it's just very hard to read the rhythm, because there's no real form to it. So you always got to be aware that when you throw, there's going to be a punch coming back from an awkward angle. It's hard to get that timing right. So the Edwards, he does lift up sometimes when he retreats, when he takes a little step back, the chin goes a little bit high, and that's a worry with a guy who throws looping punches like Juarez.
Juarez is just trying to close that distance, trying to land that right hand. He's telegraphing it a little bit now, and Edwards starting to read it.
That's nice.
Trying to feint his way in there, Juarez. Edwards a bit too smart on that occasion.
It's better for Suarez, but maybe target the body first, then come over with a head shot. And that's all he needs, just a little bit of variety there. Just head and body, mix it up a little bit more here. But Edwards been able to move around that quite nicely, plant his feet, throw a combination, and off he goes again.
Everyone watching that left eye of Salvador Juarez. It's not as if the blood's streaming into the eye. It's certainly awkward for him, and Edwards will target it as well.
See what's going down into the eye now. It's not bothering Huarez, to be fair, but still, if it gets worse, deeper, longer, that cut, it's going to be more blood, and that might be a problem. But Edwards box.
Edwards needs to stick to the game plan as well. Doesn't want to be too distracted by that cut himself, make it too much of a target. Stick to his work. He's got this height and reach advantage. Super flyweight he's going to have over pretty much everyone.
Nice little screw shot there with the right hand there from Edwards after that jab. It's good, that. It's just changing the little angle of the shot. I mean, the one question for Edwards as well, don't at super flyweight again. Oh, what's the energy going to be like if it stays? This hasn't been a frantic pace, but it's busy enough. And the guy always coming on to you, so you'll have to box at his rhythm quite often. How that's going to affect you down in the later rounds, if at all.
Chatting at the way into his wife Kristin, and of course she's a nutritionist and a real scientist with food and weight gain and weight loss and so on, and she said he seemed fine. Good work there from Edwards, just staggering Juarez back.
Really good footwork there from Edwards, just changed direction really quickly, and then off that fast two-punch combination.
Really well. Sharp jab from Edwards.
Yeah, he's boxing well. He uses the ring so well, doesn't he? We saw this against Asomba, using every inch of the ring, but constantly moving, but never running, just finding the space to hold his feet and let the punches go.
Starting to win every exchange as well. Left hook there, finished that one off. Little uppercut as well from Edwards. Every just telling Juarez to get that head up.
He's slowed down a bit, hasn't he, Suarez, a little bit here? He's got to take discipline now, Charlie Edwards. He's boxing really well. Don't get too greedy with the work just yet.
Trying to target the body of Edwards, which is a pretty big target for Juarez. Digs that right hand to the body. Just a slight change of approach from Salvador Juarez.
But when Juarez does go to the body, especially from off the bat, I think you've got to finish with a shot over the top, bowl it over. Again, Edwards, though, you hit the body, he's going to stand tall, so that gives you a target to hit over the top.
Pretty much everything, certainly in the second half of this third round, has been aimed at the body from Juarez, but great combination again from Edwards. Lovely smoothness and accuracy about that work. Boxing really well here, Charlie Edwards. This round, we will, however we get there, have a result, just with a view to that cut over the eye of Juarez. Should it get worse, it's just worth reminding you of that. Seem to have done a pretty good job with it, so I don't think it's going to have an impact. The thing with cuts is you never know. Goes by the nickname of Peloncito Salvador Juarez, which means the little bald one. I could insert a big joke there, but I'm leaving him. That was going to be my opening line tonight. I was just going to say good evening, Barry Jones, but I went easy on you. Falling short that time, Salvador Juarez. Excellent work again from Edwards.
Nice and sharp. Again, I like that. He's not putting loads of weight in the shots, but he's enough to stop from walking forward, and the speed of the shot, the acceleration in the work's really good.
Won that WBC Flyweight title in December of 2018. That upset against Christopher Rosales, who back in the day lost with us live on Channel 5 against Andrew Selby.
Yeah.
Edwards took the world title off him. Always said he won his world title at a weight he should never really have won it at, but he'll take it. Juarez not far off with that left hook, but then misses with a wild one to follow.
That's good there from Juarez, because he's just, for a little while, he was just following Edwards around. Just needs to start cutting that ring off, just slide that left foot over to the left-hand side, throw that looping right hand over the top. Just try and box Edwards in a little bit.
Blood is streaming out of that cut again now. Edwards lands another good sharp right hand. And then a right to the body. Really impressed with the shot selection here of Edwards and the accuracy. He isn't wasting much at all. He rarely does.
And even just the way he's getting the right angle for the shot as well. Just, he's not overturning the body or corkscrewing it too much. Just getting a little back shoulder over the front knee and then getting the angle for the uppercut through the middle.
Short right hand there. Juarez took well.
Jab's really good there from Edwards. It's a constant weapon, nice and sharp. No real massive tell in it either. It's coming right off the shoulder. And Juarez got to get him up his rhythm here a little bit. Look at Edwards, he's got a little bit of flow to his work. Nice bounce to his step, plenty of energy. Spike.
Really impressive stuff so far from Charlie Edwards, looking to bounce back with an eye-catching display after that split decision defeat against Andrew Kane. No shame in that.
No, not at all. He's boxing out there. Andrew Kane's on a really good roll, you know. Very possibly going to get a shot at the world title here as well, Andrew Kane. So, no disrespect there, no. Nothing lost there for Edwards.
Bear in mind, it's only his second defeat after John Real Casemiro. I know there was the controversy against Martinez and all of that, but he's 20-2, Edwards. Always been regarded as a fighter who's very good at everything, maybe without being outstanding at one thing. Just rocked back there a little by Juarez. Maybe just up the pace himself here.
Yeah, I mean, he took the shot, but I think he took it well though, Edwards. There, he didn't get out of the way of it, but I don't think there was any drama with the shot that landed. I mean, the corner, Juarez got a bit animated, but that's because the success has been few and far between.
Bounce off the shoulder of Edwards. Definitely more aggressive here, Juarez.
He's just got to punch in threes, hasn't he, Juarez? The single shots, you know, they can be blocked or evaded. Even the two-punch combinations can be blocked and then missed. Got to punch in punches. Took real pressure on Edwards. Nice.
Stephen Smith says he wants Edwards to start letting his hands go more. I think the general criticism against Kane was that he didn't do that. Of course, easier said than done against a power puncher. Found a nice rhythm here.
It's not a bad corner there, man, is it, for Charlie Edwards? Ryan Burnett, former world champion, former unified world champion, by the way.
I was going to say, yeah.
World title challenger in Stephen Smith, and Charlie himself a former world champion. Lots of boxing knowledge, boxing IQ in that corner.
A world champion, two-time world title challenger, and brother who knows a thing or two as well. Not here tonight. Good team around him. Good right hand there from Juarez.
He's just not cutting the ring off effectively enough here, Juarez.
Right, step back, no punching, close here, step back.
Just allowing Edwards too much room to move those feet to get the gaps.
Move now into the second half of the fight. Charlie Edwards would seem to have it under control.
If Juarez thinks that making Edwards constantly move is going to tire him out, that's not going to work, because this is how he boxes, this is what he trains for. You have to make him more physical. And it don't mean you have to hurt him, you have to make him more physical, make him use the muscles he's not used to using. Now at the minute, his legs are everything for Edwards. He's happy to bounce around and move this way, the rhythm to his work, it'll be something that he can do all day long. So you've got to disrupt the rhythm, make it physical. Even if you just push him, grab him, pull him. If you can slow him down, tire him out, then the way he throws the shots, Juarez has a bit more of a chance. But here, he's got to hope that one of those overhand rights hits the button flush. Which it almost did there.
A little bit of swelling under the other eye of Huarez. Edwards very accurate here. Another good straight right hand to the body of Juarez.
I think Edwards is boxing really well.
Yeah, if there were any question marks about desire or what he has left, he's looked really strong at Superfly. Slashing left hand to the body there from Juarez, but great speed from Edwards. Just a step ahead of his opponent here.
And just everything in it, the timing, the judgment, the distance is spot on for most of the pads. And just really highlighting that, just a slightly slower feet than Juarez.
Never underestimate the fitness levels you need to pull off this kind of display to this point. Edwards' constant movement, head movement, body movement, constantly a moving target off the straight line, and it takes some doing.
I know he's the one constantly moving and the other guy's trying to walk him down, but he's dictating the pace. I know that sounds mad to say it off the back foot, but he is, because he's deciding when he stops, he's deciding when he goes, he's picking when he throws his punches, and it's Juarez who has to react to him. And that's very difficult. To do it on the move is very, very difficult.
Slowly breaking the will here of Salvador Juarez. Big night for him. Arguably his biggest if he wants to keep going. We're watching another fight of whom tonight has an element of make or break about. Left hand there from Edwards.
Some of the I know you said earlier on he does everything really good, but nothing outstanding. And I thought he is sort of that encompasses his style really, but he does some really clever things that might look simple. I mean, when you make a clever thing look simple, that shows how much talent you really have, how much talent you really have.
And that's not meant to be a criticism, by the way, just a comment.
No, you're right what you said, though, you are. But every now and again, he'll do something that's quite sublime, I feel. And I mean, his style won't be for everybody, that's the truth. Was that a bit of Roy Jones there, touching the heel of his boot?
Digs that left to the body. Is there a little bit of spite here with the work of Charlie Edwards, just reminding you of what Stephen Smith said, that he wants him to let those hands go, maybe wants him to try and hurt this fella, not just outbox him, try and break him down, try and make a statement?
Well, I think when you're the one moving and someone's always advancing, it always looks like they're in control, so you have to be more active with your hands, and I think that's probably, he means that probably more than trying to put more weight in the shots. I mean, you can put more weight in the shots, but it puts you in more of a precocious position to get caught back with a guy who might be heavier-handed. Why would you want to engage with someone who can hurt you more than you can hurt them?
Have been some comments thrown around this week that all roads might lead to your favourite fighter, Bam Rodriguez. Do you see that?
No, I don't. I don't see it. I mean, listen, if you get the opportunity to box Bam, arguably on his way to being an all-time great, certainly a pound-for-pound top 5, then you take it because it's an opportunity. And a chance to maybe box in Phoenix would be fantastic for him, or Texas even. But I mean, that's a big ask for everybody. But a nice little storyline, because that's the guy who beat his brother, of course, who's trying to get revenge for the family. But Bam is a generational talent, I think.
Oh yeah, there's no question, but it's whether you can paint the picture convincingly enough to get the fight made. Of course, there's plenty of work to be done before then.
Donald
The
Curry
family storyline is one.
And Donald Curry was a generational talent.
Yeah, fair point. You know what happened there.
Anyone can get beat. He wasn't only kind of good, he was also a beautiful fighter.
One of the most memorable nights that in our boxing lives. It's funny, talking to Charlie's wife yesterday, she often can't watch, she has to leave the arena, and she said at your call it's quite easy because you can just stand outside that back door, and she said I can hear him. I can hear when he's landing a shot because he always makes that noise. So I sort of know when it's going okay. It's when he goes quiet that I worry.
I understand why they excel when they punch, get a bit more weight and speed in the shot. But I always think you struggle, if you want to throw a blistering combination, how do you do it if you shout every time you punch?
I'm going to leave that conundrum hanging in the air, Barry.
Yeah, I mean, I generally don't know.
Slowing up a little bit here, Salvador Juarez.
Oh, good left hook there from Juarez.
Yeah, right on cue, he produces that.
Lovely work there from Edwards. Nice little fast combination. Again, neat punching inside the body frame. So
Oh, brilliant again there from Edwards. Sorry, Barry.
But the fact that he punches inside the body frame means his elbows don't flare out. He has to punch and turn his body. It means he gets there first. Almost every time. Looks like he got plenty of energy, Juarez, and that's why I'm sort of thinking, throwing bunches, let your hands go.
You mentioned the distance earlier on in the fight. Edwards was on point straight away, as he so often is, and the amount of fresh air that Juarez is punching. Edwards landing with regularity, judging that distance to perfection. Juarez having to close it and not doing so with great success. He's calling Edwards forward, of course he is.
Yeah, that's a sign of frustration, and I mean, Edwards will love that. Even there, because he's starting to telegraph the shots now, Juarez, he's getting just not tired, a little bit, not fatigued, a little bit tired, I would say. He's just dropping the left hand to throw the left hook, and that's allowing Edwards time to either throw or just move the legs.
Another beautiful combination from Edwards, just switches momentarily.
I think he's boxing fantastic, I really do.
And of course, bigger challenges to come, but I think there were a few who thought this fella, not saying thought they could beat Charlie Edwards, but wondered how much Charlie... Yeah, right in front of us. Compress in the corner, with a view, by the way, to our main event tonight. Michael Conlon with a huge chance for Jack Bateson. Charlie Edwards beat Jack Bateson in the final of the ABAs 11 years ago. One of the fun things about boxing, you never know where the journey's going to take you. Here they are on a card together in Dublin, of all places. 11 years on. One having already been a world champion, one still dreaming. Probably a final burst of energy, you'd think, from Salvador Juarez. Final roll of the die.
I'm not saying he could have won the fight, but I think if he finishes his fight with plenty of energy, he'll kick himself for not really quickening those feet up and certainly punching in combinations. It's neater with that right hand there from Juarez. He should have been sliding his feet in quick, getting that angle to the left, and just working up the ladder for the body there with combinations. Really making it physical for Edwards.
Oh, uppercut again is superbly timed by Edwards.
But what did we say a few rounds ago? The way he just turns the body for an angle to get the right angle for the shot.
Juarez with a straight shot to the body that time, and then Edwards again using the foot movement. People will say that this is an opponent who's tailor-made for Charlie Edwards, but you've still got to put the display in.
Yeah, and they're right, he is. But yeah, you know, but if Edwards is not fit, if he's not disciplined, if he's not engaging his brain at every second, if he switches off, he gets caught and gets hurt.
And some of the little pockets of work from Charlie Edwards are so easy on the eye. If you just want to sit back and purr sometimes, he's a lovely fighter to watch.
It is, and like I said earlier, he won't be everyone's cup of tea because he's not blood and guts. I mean, he can do, he's a tough kid, but I mean, he doesn't, that's not his style. And if it goes the way he wants to, it's this.
But any sense that Edwards was going to completely discourage Juarez or break his heart in there, it's certainly not been the case. He's outboxing him and he's winning the fight comfortably, but Juarez feels like he still has plenty left. Testament to his own fitness after a long flight, and of course, preparation not ideal, missing weight by a couple of pounds.
Yeah, it's too easy to read now, isn't he, Juarez? Nice. Now this is a tricky one because you've dominated the fight so well and you're a disciplined fighter, but you still understand, especially in this stage of your career, about selling, about the selling point. You've done everything right. You should just do the same as you've done in the 9 previous rounds. Do you do that? Or do you think, oh, maybe I can hold my feet a little bit longer here, take a bit of a risk?
I think at the age of 32, with what potentially is in front of him, with the way that he's sparkled on occasion here tonight, it's not a risk worth taking. I don't think it's one he's going to take either.
No, he's just got to keep winning. And I think when you're a former world champion, you'll always get a crack at something because someone will want to beat you. Even a world champion, you're a name on a record to have. You can jump the queue sometimes. So I think what you're saying is right, Dave. Just win at all costs. And by the way, he's boxed beautiful, I think. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you've said a couple of times that the style isn't necessarily everyone's cup of tea. I tell you, if it is your cup of tea, it's been great.
Yeah, it's
been great to watch. Of course, he won't care about tonight's title, although those belts are always nice to have. He'll care to an extent, I guess, but it's what lies ahead of him potentially. One final run at it at Superfly, maybe with a road that leads to Bam Rodriguez, who knows? I know we've talked about that and maybe said it's unlikely. But all he can do is keep performing like this and keep winning.
And who knows who the champion's going to be in 6-8 months' time. You know, Bam moves up, maybe goes somewhere else. You never know. Gets beat next month. You know.
Yeah, he defends, doesn't he? November, isn't it? Well, he's been game here, Salvador Juarez.
Oh, lovely shot. Just turned him there, Edwards. Nice right hand on the line.
You should remember as well that early clash of heads and the cut for Juarez will have discouraged him. He's done well to fight through that, but it will have knocked him off balance, off rhythm. Would have helped Charlie Edwards, but I still think we'd have seen a performance like this.
I'd tell you something though, Dave, that talk I mentioned maybe about coming down on weight again, or how that affect his fitness, his stamina, his focus. and it hasn't been an issue at all.
Both have the bout scored at 99 and 91. All three judges score in favour of the winner by unanimous decision tonight, leaving the ring as the newly crowned WBC International Super Flyweight Champion,